Hello everyone and welcome to Forest Learning Academy. Myself Dr. Urmila Sandesonavne, and today we are going to see an important topic, performance appraisal. According to Newstorm, performance appraisal is the process of evaluating performance of the employees, sharing the same information with them and then searching for the improvement in their performance. The word perform is further elaborated as follows. P for purpose, E for empowerment, R for relationship, F for the flexibility, O for the optimal performance, R for the recognition and rewards, and M for the morale. The performance appraisal process is also called as employees evaluation process or performance review process. The reason behind conducting the appraisal process is as follows. First one is wage and salary administration of the employees. The second one is identifying the employees' strengths and weaknesses. Third is improvement in their poor performance. And lastly is providing the performance feedback to them. Performance appraisal is a multi-source appraisal system which is carried out by managers, customers, subordinates, co-workers or peer group, and self-evaluation. Various tools are used for appraising the performance of the employees. They are as shown below. The first one is category scale rating, which includes graphic rating scales and behavioral rating scales. Second one is comparative method, which includes ranking and forced distribution. Third one is narrative method, which includes critical incident and essay method. And lastly, management by objective, that is nothing but MBO process. Now let us see the advantages of performance appraisal. It provides the record of performance of employees over a period of time. It provides an opportunity for the managers to meet and discuss the performance of employees with them. It provides an feedback to the employees related to the rating given to them. It also provides an opportunity for an employee to discuss the issues and get clarify the expectations. Performance appraisal can be motivational with the support of good reward system and the compensation management done. Now let us see the disadvantages. The first disadvantages is subject to the rater errors and bias. Second, if this process is not properly done, it can give a negative experience. Third one is it is very time consuming for the managers as it has to follow various instructions from the top level management. Again, the fourth one is if not done correctly, this is complete waste of time. And last one is it is stressful for all the personals, those who are involved in this process. Now let us see the methods of performance appraisal. It is classified into two main categories. First one is traditional methods and modern methods. The traditional methods are further classified into various types. They are paired comparison, graphic rating scales, forced choice distribution, checklist, free essay, critical incident, group appraisal, and field review. While the modern methods are differentiated into assessment centers, appraisal by result, or we are calling it as MBO, 360-degree and behaviorally rating anchored scale. Now let us study traditional methods in detail. Now let us see the first traditional method, that is paired comparison. In paired comparison, employees are rated based on the various characteristics or traits shown by them in their work. So in this method, employees' two different traits are paired and compared with each other. In graphic or linear rating, the various traits are taken into consideration that are predefined, and accordingly the points are assigned to it. For example, talking about the attitude, 0 point is assigned to the employees who showed no interest in the work, while 20 points are given to enthusiastic employees. In forced choice method, the rater is given a series of statements about an employee. These statements are arranged in the blocks of 2 or more, and the rater indicates which statement is most or the least descriptive of the employee. The typical statements are always regular, never regular, remain absent, inform in advance for delay, etc. One of the error in rating method is leniency or clustering a large number of employees around a higher point of rating scale. And so, this forced distribution seeks to overcome the problem by compiling the rater to distribute the ratees on all points of the rating scale. This method operates under the assumption that employees' performance level conforms to a statistical distribution and also has the bell-shaped curve. For example, the following distribution is assumed to exist. That is, for excellent 10%, good 20%, average 40%, below average 20%, and poor 10%. So overall is 100%. Under this method, a checklist of statement on the traits of employees and his job is prepared in 2 columns, that is, yes or no. All the rater should do this tick mark in front of these statements. If the answer to the statement is positive, then yes column has to be ticked. And while if the answer is negative, no column has to be selected. Depending on the yes, the total score is calculated. In pre-essay method of evaluation, the appraiser writes an elaborative statement about the employee who is being evaluated. He mentions the employee's strengths and weaknesses and also suggests the way to improve his performance and also appreciate his good qualities. The main disadvantage in this method is it is the time consuming and more subjective. In field review method, employee is not appraised by the direct supervisor but by another persons who are not from his own department. They may be subordinates, peers, supervisor or customers. Up till now, we have seen 5 different traditional methods of appraisal system. Hope you all are understanding and preparing the running notes of it. If you want the same PDF, do comment down. Now let us proceed the next important method, that is critical incident method. It involves identifying and describing the specific events where the employee did something really well or something that needs to be improved. In front of you, a situation is taken into consideration where a fire or sudden breakdown has taken and accordingly the workers A, B, C, D, E and their reaction is considered and the ratings are given accordingly. Now let us see group appraisal method. In group appraisal method, employees are rated by a group of people, those who are comprising of immediate supervisor and other supervisors who have the knowledge of employees' work. Along with them, concerned HOD and the personnel experts are also involved in it. Now let us see the confidential record. Confidential records are maintained mostly in the government department, though its application in the industry is not ruled out. A typical confidential report consists of 14 items. They are attendance, self-expression, ability to work, leadership, initiative, and so on. 12 of these may be filled on a 4-point grade scale. For integrity, there shall be special instructions from the management. Justification is required for the outstanding or the poor ratings. Ranking is the oldest of all the methods. In this, the superior ranks his subordinates in order of their merit, starting from the best to the worst. All the HR department knows that A is better than B. The how and why are not questioned nor answered, and so this method is subject to the halo and regency effect. Although rankings by 2 or more raters can be averaged to help reduce bias, the advantage includes ease of administration and explanation. With the enhancement in the management studies, the modern methods of appraisal system came into existence. They are as follows. The first modern method of appraisal system that we are going to study is an assessment center. It is mainly used for the executive hiring. Assessment centers are now being also used for evaluating executive or supervisory potential. An assessment center is a central location where managers may come together to have their participation in job related exercise and evaluated by the trained observer. The principal idea behind this is to evaluate the managers over a period of time and their behavior across a series of selected exercises or samples are observed and rated. Now let us see the MBO process. It was Peter Drucker who first gave the concept of MBO to the world way back in 1954 when his book The Practice of Management was published. The concept was conceived by Drucker reflects a management philosophy which values and utilizes the employee's contribution. In, in MBO, it is a result-oriented appraisal system in which supervisor examines the extent to which the predetermined work objectives have been met. Usually, the objectives are established jointly by the supervisor and the subordinates. As the name suggests, 360-degree feedback, multiple raters are involved in evaluating the performance of an employee and hence the technique is called as 360-degree. The 360-degree technique is understood as a systematic collection of performance data on an employee or a group derived from a number of other stakeholders. The stakeholders being the immediate boss, the team members, customers, peer group or self and hence it is a broader perspective about an employee's performance. The behavioral anchored scale are sometimes called as behavioral expectation scales. The scale points are determined by the statements of effective and ineffective behaviors. The scale varies from least to the most effective and so the rater must indicate which behavior best describe an employee's performance. There are some important features of this scale. They are the areas of performance to be evaluated are identified and defined by the people who use these scales. Second, the scale are anchored by description of actual job behavior that supervisor agrees. And third, all dimensions are based on the observable behavior. A self-appraisal is an assessment written by an employee to characterize their own performance during a specific period at work. Employees write their achievements, accomplished goals, and any metrics how they help company. Now let us see the important topic that is issues in the appraisal system. In this present slide, we have seen the issues that are related to appraisal design. The first one issue is what methods? That is, as we know, different methods are available for the appraisal system and depending upon the methods and the person whose performance has to be evaluated is selected appropriately. Then whose performance? That is, as we know, employees are working in different hierarchy of management and depending upon their hierarchy, the performance of the employees are rated accordingly. Third one is who are the raters? As we know, the raters can be immediate boss, subordinates, peer groups or the customers. Then comes what problem? The problems may be physical problem or technical problem. How to solve? If the problem is technically, then IT department will help it out to solve the problem. Then what to evaluate it? As we know, the performance of an employee has to be evaluated here. So various dimensions related to the performance are to be considered and taken into consideration and accordingly rating has to be given as this rating will definitely motivate the employees. Then when to evaluate? As we know, in the private sector, the evaluation is done half yearly, yearly, also monthly. So depending upon the requirement, accordingly this type of evaluation is done. As we know, the 360-degree performance appraisal method provides a broader perspective about an employee's performance. Hence, various companies are utilizing this 360-degree performance appraisal method. The companies are Wipro, Infosys, Reliance Industries, Maruti Udyog, HCL Technologies, and with Consumer Health, WCH. In this complete session, we have done the descriptive study of performance appraisal system, its method and example. Hope you understood all the points. If you want the PDF of same, do comment down. This channel is open for your suggestions and opinions. Contribute by liking, sharing and subscribing. Also press bell icon for the latest updates.